the princess of the Asura kingdom, Ariel, is enjoying an afternoon snack in the gazebo of the royal palace, accompanied by her two personal guards, Luke and Derek. Derek reminds her how she has to take care of her public appearance, as she will take the throne of the kingdom someday. But she is quick to remind him that she is only the second princess, and the throne is most likely going to go to her elder brother, the prince, anyway.
Family, 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 family.
At the same time, Sylphiette finds herself falling down from the sky far above the same royal palace. Since she was back at her hometown just a moment ago, she is scared and confused as she plummets towards the ground. This intense shock causes her green hair to change color into white. Suddenly, a wild monster appears from the nearby woods and attacks the princess. Derek and Luke jump in to stop it, but they prove to be no match for it, with Derek getting fatally injured on the spot. With his dying breath, he tells the princess to try and inherit the throne, as she is the rightful heir to it. He entrusts the rest to Luke before his life fades away. The monster keeps going, and just as it is about to reach Ariel, Sylphiette comes crashing down on top of it. In order to try and break her fall, she summons a powerful gust of wind and fires it against the ground below her, which hits the monster straight in the head and brings it down. This proves to be enough to save her from the fall, and she only ends up knocking herself out. Ariel and Luke are both left speechless in shock at what just transpired. After Sylphiette wakes up, Ariel questions her why and how she got here. But when she realizes that Sylphiette has no idea how she got here, and that she is from the kingdom of Fatoa, she tells her the news about the Mana disaster, explaining how Fatoa is no more, and that it will prove to be very difficult to track down any of her friends or family members, if they are even still alive. In addition to that, she might get punished for trespassing into the royal palace. While Sylphiette is still processing the news, Ariel offers her an alternative option, asking her to assume a fake identity and stay by her side as her personal servant. In return, she promises to do all in her power to find her family. Not having much choice in the matter, Sylphiette goes along with the proposal and becomes known as Fitz, Ariel's personal guard. In addition to the new name, Sylphiette also gets some very out-of-place looking sunglasses to hide her eyes. From that day on, she starts serving Ariel together with Luke. During one of the royal balls, Ariel is mingling with the guests when her brother, Prince Grable, makes an appearance. He reveals that Ariel's mother is the real queen, but her own is a mere concubine. Worried that she might be trying to conspire against him and usurp his future throne, he reminds her that she has no business in making public appearances like this one. The ball drags on, and Sylphiette, who is there serving Ariel as Fitz, is having a hard time standing at attention. This, in combination with all the nasty rumors she keeps hearing about herself, causes her to have a panic attack, knocking a drink out of a noble's hand on accident. Noticing what is going on, Ariel salvages the situation by singing, which distracts all of the present nobility, who are quick to forget about Fitz. Once the ball is over, Sylphiette apologizes for what happened, but Ariel reassures her that both she and Luke are there for her, so she does not need to worry too much. It turns out that Sylphiette has recurring nightmares about the near-death experience she had, often finding herself falling to her demise in them. Later on, Ariel has a meeting with Luke's father, Pileman, who is helping her set the scene for her rise to power. He is worried about her and tells her that it will still take time for her to establish her position on the political scene. While taking his warning into account, Ariel apologizes for not being able to do things differently, explaining how the only advantage she has over her brother is her popularity. Once the meeting is over, Sylphiette wonders if Ariel managed to learn anything about her friends and family yet. Sadly, all Ariel can tell her is that everyone from Fatoa who got caught up in the Mana disaster got scattered all over the world. Ariel apologizes for not being able to do more to help her find them in her current position. Although she is dejected by that, Sylphiette knows that she could not do much more if she was on her own anyway, so she thanks Ariel for all that she did for her already. Seeing her like that makes Ariel feel bad, so she invites her to her bedchambers this night. Surprised by the offer, Sylphiette gets quite bashful, but Ariel quickly elaborates, stating how she heard that Sylphiette has nightmares, so she wants the two of them to sleep together in hopes that having someone next to her will keep those nightmares at bay. Meanwhile, Grable has a private meeting with his advisor, Darius, while watching a play together. Darius tells him about Ariel's recent movements, stating how she is trying to lay the foundation for a future rise to power. Worried that this might prevent him from taking the throne, Grable gives Darius the green light to take care of the problem and dispose of his sister. In Ariel's quarters, Sylphiette arrives to join her for the night. Seeing how Sylphiette is being bashful and worried that Ariel has ulterior motives behind the sleepover, she makes a move on her, teasing her for a while before revealing that she is just jesting, and that she in fact also has nightmares of that day. After all, she was almost killed by the monster, and Derek died protecting her as well. Hearing that, Sylphiette calms down and promises that she will keep her safe before the two of them go to sleep together. Sylphiette gets woken up in the middle of the night, only to notice that there is a person standing next to their bed. She immediately recognizes the threat and just barely manages to avoid the assassin's blade. A fight breaks out and Sylphiette has to do her best to protect the princess from the assassin's poison dagger with her own body. Just when it seems like the assassin has gotten the upper hand, Sylphiette releases her full power and blasts a hole in the wall with her wind magic, sending the attacker flying out of the castle and to her demise. Luke comes rushing in after hearing the commotion, and Ariel orders him to fetch the doctor, as Sylphiette has started suffering the effects of the poison. Luckily, the small amount of poison did not do any real damage to her, and the following day she is back on her feet. Pyleman is quick to meet with Ariel again, revealing that the assassin who was after her life had quite the reputation of killing other nobles already. So he tells her that she has to leave the palace for the time being, suggesting she goes abroad to the Magic Academy to use studying there as a pretext. Although reluctant at first, Ariel ends up agreeing, seeing that she has no other option but to bid her time for now. Since she can no longer honor her promise to Sylphiette, Ariel apologizes for keeping her for so long and releases her from her duty. However, Sylphiette refuses to abandon Ariel and states that she is her friend, so it is only natural that she helps her out when she is in trouble, so she will accompany her of her own free will. This brings a warm smile to Ariel's face, and she thanks Sylphiette for being such a good friend to her. Thus she promises that she will do her absolute best to become the next sovereign of the Asura kingdom. To make that happen, she sets out to the Magic Academy, together with Sylphiette and Luke.